Number 15. Colt 2000, $500. The Colt 2000 was a semi-auto pistol manufactured by Colt's Manufacturing Company in the late 20th century. It was introduced in 1991 and was intended to be a revolutionary design, incorporating several innovative features. However, it was not well received and is often considered one of the worst guns ever made. One of the main reasons for the negative reputation of the Colt 2000 was its unreliable performance. Many users reported frequent malfunctions and failures to feed, extract, and eject rounds. These reliability issues were attributed to the complex and unproven design of the pistol. The firearm had a rotating barrel locking mechanism, which was intended to reduce recoil and increase accuracy, but ended up causing more problems than it solved. The ergonomics of the Colt 2000 were also criticized. The grip design and angle were considered uncomfortable by many shooters, leading to poor control and accuracy. The trigger pull was heavy and inconsistent, further affecting the pistol's shootability and user experience. Another factor that contributed to the poor reputation of the Colt 2000 was its limited market success. The pistol failed to gain widespread acceptance and popularity among law enforcement agencies, military units, or civilian shooters. It was quickly overshadowed by more reliable and established competitors in the firearms market. Due to its numerous design flaws, the Colt 2000 was eventually discontinued in 1993, just a few years after its introduction. The pistol's short production lifespan and negative reputation have solidified its place among the least desirable firearms ever made. Number 14. Shoshat, $3,500. The Shoshat mash gun, officially known as the Fusil Mitrailleur Model 1915 CSRG, was a light mash gun that saw extensive use by French and American forces during World War I. While it had its shortcomings, it is important to note that labeling it as the worst gun ever made is subjective, and there were other factors that influenced its performance. Let's delve into the details of the Shoshat. The Shoshat was designed in the early 20th century by Colonel Louis Shoshat and Charles Sutter. It was intended to provide automatic firepower to infantry squads. Chambered for the 8mm Lebel rifle cartridge, it featured a long recoil action and an open-bolt firing mechanism. One of the major problems with the Shoshat was its unreliable and sensitive open-bolt firing mechanism. The gun was prone to jamming, especially when exposed to dirt, mud, or debris on the battlefield. Its open-sided mag design also made it susceptible to clogging, further exacerbating its reliability issues. Additionally, the Shoshat's manufacturing quality varied significantly, leading to inconsistencies in performance and reliability between different units. Its heavyweight and awkward design made it difficult to maneuver and carry in combat. Despite its flaws, the Shoshat was widely used by French and American forces due to a shortage of other mash guns during World War I. It remained in service in various forms for several years after the war, but its reputation as a reliable and effective mash gun suffered. Number 13. Type 94 Nambu, $1,000. There have been several examples of poorly designed firearms throughout history, but one that stands out as particularly notorious is the Type 94 Nambu pistol, which was produced from 1935 to 1945. Despite its significant flaws, it was widely used by the Imperial Japanese Army during World War II. So what exactly makes the Nambu Type 94 one of the worst handguns in history? The Type 94 Nambu was a semi-auto pistol developed by retired Army veteran Kijiro Nambu and his associates. It was intended to be a compact, lightweight, and effective firearm, but unfortunately it fell short on most accounts. While the pistol was indeed small in size, it proved to be highly ineffective and even dangerous for its users. One of the major issues with the Type 94 Nambu was its problem with unintentional firing. The sear bar, a crucial component responsible for holding the hammer in place, was mounted on the outside of the pistol. This design flaw made it susceptible to accidental activation if the pistol was mishandled or dropped. This made it an inherently unsafe firearm to use, posing a serious risk to the user and those around them. Additionally, the Type 94 Nambu suffered from numerous mechanical problems. It was prone to jamming, frequently experienced mag malfunctions, and even had instances where it broke apart during disassembly. These reliability issues compromised the pistol's functionality and made it highly unreliable in combat situations. The pistol's internal components are also delicate and prone to breakage, especially during disassembly for cleaning and maintenance. This fragility made it all too easy for users to inadvertently damage the gun's components, further exacerbating its reliability problems. Reassembling the pistol after disassembly was a complicated and time-consuming process, particularly in field conditions where quick and efficient maintenance was crucial. Number 12. Magnum Caliber Handguns, $900. Magnum caliber handguns are a category of firearms that are chambered for powerful and high-velocity cartridges, commonly known as Magnum rounds. While it is subjective to label any specific Magnum caliber handgun as the worst gun ever made, there are certain considerations to be made when discussing these firearms. One of the main factors to consider with Magnum caliber handguns is their recoil. Due to the higher muzzle energy generated by Magnum rounds, these handguns can produce significant recoil. This recoil can make them more challenging to handle and shoot accurately, particularly for inexperienced shooters or those with weaker grips. The strong recoil can also lead to discomfort or even pain during extended shooting sessions. Another factor to keep in mind is the difficulty of follow-up shots. The recoil and muzzle rise of Magnum caliber handguns can impact the shooter's ability to quickly and accurately fire subsequent rounds. It often takes more time to regain control and realign the sights after each shot, potentially affecting the shooter's ability to deliver fast and accurate follow-up shots. Ammunition availability and cost are also considerations with Magnum caliber handguns. These firearms typically require specialized ammunition, which may be less commonly found and more expensive compared to standard handgun cartridges. This can result in limited availability and higher costs for ammunition, making regular practice and training sessions with Magnum caliber handguns more expensive. Another potential concern with Magnum caliber handguns is over-penetration. The high muzzle energy of Magnum rounds can result in increased penetration through barriers, potentially posing a risk of unintended damage or injury in self-defense situations where bystanders may be present. Number 11. Gewehr 41, $3,950. During World War II, Germany initially relied on the bolt-action Karabiner 98K as their standard infantry rifle. However, as the war progressed, German engineers sought ways to enhance the individual soldier's rate of fire. As a result, they developed the Gewehr 41 rifle. The Gewehr 41 introduced an early gas piston, rotating bolt rifle operating system, which was somewhat similar to the one later used in the renowned M1 Garand rifle. However, the implementation of this system in the G41 fell short compared to the Garand. The G41 was expensive to manufacture and required intricate machining processes, making it a complex and time-consuming firearm to produce. One of the significant drawbacks of the G41 was its demanding maintenance requirements. The weapon had to be meticulously maintained to ensure proper functioning, and its muzzle had a tendency to foul, requiring frequent cleaning during use. This maintenance demand posed challenges for soldiers in the field, where time and resources were often limited. Another drawback of the G41 was its weight and poor balance. Weighing in at 11 pounds when unloaded, it was over 2 pounds heavier than the Karabiner 98K. The additional weight made it more cumbersome for soldiers to carry and handle, particularly during extended periods of combat. The poor balance of the weapon further exacerbated this issue, affecting its maneuverability and overall ergonomics. Although the G41 was a semi-auto weapon, its integral non-detachable mag presented limitations. Loading the mag was a slow process, impacting the rate of fire. Reloading required the use of stripper clips, which were not as efficient as detachable box mags commonly found in other rifles of the time. This hindered the rifle's ability to sustain a rapid and continuous rate of fire during engagements. Number 10. Colt 1855 Revolving Rifle, $3,500. The Colt 1855 revolving rifle was a firearm produced by Colt's Manufacturing Company in the mid-19th century, and it is often considered one of the more problematic firearms in history. One of the major drawbacks of the Colt 1855 was its reliability issues. The rifle featured a revolving cylinder that held multiple chambers, similar to Colt's popular revolvers of the time. However, the design of the cylinder and the sealing mechanism proved to be problematic. The rifle often suffered from gas leakage between the cylinder and the barrel, resulting in reduced accuracy and potential safety concerns. The gas leakage could also lead to fouling and increased maintenance requirements. Additionally, the Colt 1855 revolving rifle had a complex and intricate mechanism, which made it prone to mechanical failures and malfunctions. The rifle's internal components were intricate and delicate, making it susceptible to damage or breakage during use or maintenance. This complexity also meant that the rifle required meticulous cleaning and maintenance to keep it in proper working condition. Another significant drawback of the gun was its limited ammunition capacity. Despite the revolving cylinder design, the rifle had a relatively low cartridge capacity compared to other contemporary firearms of the time. Reloading the rifle was a slow and cumbersome process, as each individual chamber had to be loaded separately, unlike the quick reloading capabilities of other rifles that used mags or breech loading systems. This limited ammunition capacity and slow reloading time put the shooter at a disadvantage in combat situations. Furthermore, the gun had significant weight and balance issues. The rifle was heavy and unwieldy, making it difficult to carry and maneuver, particularly in prolonged engagements. Its poor balance further compounded these issues, impacting the shooter's ability to aim and handle the firearm effectively. Number 9. Jennings J22 Pistol, $150. The Jennings J22 pistol, also known as the Jennings Brico Model 38, is a small semi-auto pistol chambered in .22 LR caliber. Produced by Jennings Firearms and later Brico Arms, it gained a reputation as one of the firearms with significant drawbacks and is often considered as one of the worst guns ever made. One of the main criticisms of the Jennings J22 pistol is its poor build quality and reliability issues. The materials used in its construction were of low quality, and the overall craftsmanship left much to be desired. This resulted in a firearm that was prone to malfunctions and failures, leading to frequent jams, misfires, and feeding problems. These reliability issues compromised the functionality of the pistol and made it a less than dependable choice for self-defense or other purposes. Another significant concern with the Jennings J22 is its subpar accuracy. The pistol's short barrel length, combined with its rudimentary sights and inconsistent manufacturing tolerances, made it difficult to achieve consistent and precise shot placement. This limited accuracy greatly reduced its effectiveness for accurate target shooting or self-defense scenarios that require precise aiming. The Jennings J22 pistol also faced criticism for its safety features, or rather lack thereof. It had a rudimentary manual thumb safety, but its design and positioning made it difficult to engage or disengage reliably. This raised concerns about accidental discharges and compromised the overall safety of the firearm. Furthermore, the ergonomics and user comfort of the gun were often cited as significant drawbacks. Number 8. Johnson M1941 Pistol, $8,000. The Johnson M1941 rifle, designed by Melvin Johnson, was an ambitious attempt to create a semi-auto rifle for military use during World War II. While it had some innovative features, it also suffered from several drawbacks, which led to its inclusion on lists of firearms considered among the worst ever made. One of the notable features of the Johnson M1941 rifle was its short recoil operating system. This system allowed for a faster rate of fire compared to other rifles of the time. Additionally, the rifle had a 10-round rotary mag, which provided a higher ammunition capacity than many of its contemporaries. However, the gun faced several significant challenges. One of the main issues was its complexity. The rifle had numerous moving parts, and its design required meticulous maintenance to keep it functioning properly. This complexity made it difficult to field strip and clean, posing challenges for soldiers in combat situations where time and resources were limited. Another drawback of the rifle was its weight. Weighing around 10 pounds, it was significantly heavier than other rifles of the period. The added weight made it cumbersome to carry and handle, affecting the maneuverability of soldiers on the battlefield. Production and logistical issues also plagued the rifle. The rifle was more expensive to produce compared to the other rifles, and the manufacturing process was complex. This resulted in limited production numbers and difficulties in scaling up for mass production to meet military demand. Number 7. Sten Gun, $150. The Sten gun, officially known as the Sten Submash gun, was a British firearm developed and used during World War II. While it played a significant role in the war effort and was appreciated for its simplicity and low production cost, it is often criticized for its design flaws and shortcomings, earning it a place on lists of the worst guns ever made. The Sten gun was designed as a cheap and quickly produced submash gun to arm British and Commonwealth forces. Its main selling point was its simplicity, which allowed for rapid production and ease of use. The firearm featured a simple blowback operation and fired from an open bolt. However, the simplicity of the Sten gun also contributed to its issues. The firearm lacked refinement and suffered from numerous reliability problems. The manufacturing process prioritized speed over precision, resulting in inconsistent quality control. This led to variations in performance and reliability between individual guns. One of the most common issues with the Sten gun was its tendency to jam. The open bolt design combined with loose tolerances made it susceptible to dirt, debris, and fouling, causing malfunctions and stoppages. Soldiers often had to regularly clean and maintain the firearm to keep it operational. Additionally, the Sten gun had a reputation for poor accuracy. Its basic sights and lack of a stock meant that it was primarily intended for short-range engagements. The absence of a stock also made it difficult to control during sustained fire, further affecting accuracy and maneuverability. The Sten gun's construction materials were another point of criticism. Number 6. RSC M1917, $4,500. The RSC M1917, also known as the RSC Model 1917, was a French semi-auto rifle developed during World War I. While it was an innovative design for its time, it faced several challenges and limitations that have led to its inclusion on lists of firearms considered among the worst ever made. The RSC M1917 was one of the first practical semi-auto rifles to see combat. It featured a gas-operated system that utilized a long-stroke piston and a tilting bolt design. The rifle had a 5-round detachable mag and fired the 8mm Lebel cartridge, the standard French ammunition of the time. However, the RSC M1917 suffered from a number of drawbacks that impacted its effectiveness on the battlefield. One of the main concerns was its reliability. The rifle was prone to jamming and malfunctions, particularly in adverse conditions or when subjected to dirt and debris. The complex gas-operated system and the tilting bolt design were more susceptible to fouling and required meticulous maintenance to keep the rifle functioning reliably. Another significant drawback of the RSC M1917 was its weight and balance. The rifle was heavy compared to other contemporary weapons, which made it cumbersome to carry and maneuver, especially for extended periods of time. The weight distribution also affected the handling and stability of the rifle, making it more challenging for soldiers to aim and fire accurately. Number 5. M3 Submash Gun Grease Gun, $200. The M3 Submash Gun, commonly known as the Grease Gun, was a 45 ACP submash gun developed by the United States during World War II. While it served a purpose and saw extensive use in the war, it is often criticized for its design flaws and limitations, making it a firearm that many consider not worth purchasing. One of the main criticisms of the M3 submash gun is its build quality and overall construction. The gun was hastily designed and produced using stamped metal parts, resulting in a firearm that felt cheap and lacked durability. The overall fit and finish were subpar, and the gun was prone to developing loose or rattling components over time. This compromised its reliability and longevity. Another significant drawback of the M3 submash gun was its ergonomics. The design was not user-friendly, and the firearm lacked features that would enhance usability and control. The stock was short and uncomfortable, making it challenging to shoulder and stabilize the weapon during firing. The absence of a proper pistol grip further added to the discomfort and limited the shooter's ability to control recoil. Furthermore, the M3 submash gun had reliability issues. The weapon was known to jam frequently, particularly if not properly maintained or if exposed to dirt and debris. Its open bolt design also made it susceptible to fouling, reducing its reliability in harsh environments or prolonged use. The accuracy of the M3 submash gun was another concern. Its simple sights and lack of a stock that could be extended or adjusted limited its effective range and made it primarily suitable for close quarters combat. The firearm's loose tolerances and substandard barrel quality further contributed to its lack of accuracy. Number 4. Arisaka Type 99 Rifle, $650. The Arisaka Type 99 rifle, specifically the early models, refers to a bolt-action rifle used by the Imperial Japanese Army during World War II. While the Type 99 rifle had some notable features, The early models, in particular, are often criticized for various design flaws and limitations. One of the main issues with the early models of the Type 99 rifle was their overall quality and manufacturing inconsistencies. As the war progressed, Japan faced resource shortages and increased production demands, which led to a decline in quality control. This resulted in variations in fit and finish, with some rifles exhibiting poor craftsmanship and less reliable components. Another drawback of the early Type 99 rifles was their excessive weight. The rifles were relatively heavy, weighing around 9 to 10 pounds, which made them less maneuverable and fatiguing for soldiers to carry for extended periods. This hindered their effectiveness in combat situations that required quick movement and agility. Additionally, the Type 99 rifle suffered from inadequate sights and poor accuracy. The early models were equipped with simple iron sights that were difficult to adjust and lacked precision. This made it challenging for soldiers to aim accurately at longer ranges, limiting the rifle's effective engagement distance. Number 3. The H&R Self-Loading Pistol, $650. The H&R Self-Loading Pistol, also known as the H&R Model 1915 or the Hamden pistol, was a semi-auto handgun produced by the Harrington and Richardson Arms Company in the early 20th century. While it was an innovative design for its time, the H&R self-loading pistol faced several challenges and issues that contributed to its reputation as a problematic firearm. One of the primary concerns with the H&R self-loading pistol was its reliability. The pistol suffered from frequent malfunctions, including failures to feed, extract, and eject cartridges. These issues were often attributed to the gun's complex and temperamental recoil-operated system, which relied on the interaction of various parts to function properly. The reliability problems made the pistol unreliable and potentially dangerous in critical situations. Another drawback of the H&R self-loading pistol was its construction quality. The pistol was manufactured using low-quality materials, including cast zinc alloy frames and poorly finished components. These subpar materials and craftsmanship contributed to issues such as cracked frames, loose parts, and premature wear, negatively impacting the durability and longevity of the firearm. Additionally, the ergonomics and handling of the H&R self-loading pistol were not well regarded. The grip design and overall balance of the pistol were often criticized, making it uncomfortable and challenging to shoot accurately. The trigger pull was heavy and inconsistent, further affecting accuracy and shootability. Number 2. Smith & Wesson Sigma Series Pistols, $350. The Smith & Wesson Sigma Series pistols, specifically the early models, were a line of semi-auto handguns introduced by Smith & Wesson in the 1990s. While they were intended to be affordable alternatives to other popular polymer-framed pistols, the early models of the Sigma series faced significant criticism and are often regarded as problematic firearms. One of the main concerns with the early models of the Smith & Wesson Sigma series pistols was their poor quality and lack of reliability. The manufacturing standards and quality control of these pistols were not up to par with other firearms on the market. Users reported frequent malfunctions, including failures to feed, extract, and eject cartridges, as well as issues with the trigger and slide. Another drawback of the early Sigma series pistols was their subpar trigger. The trigger pull was often heavy, gritty, and inconsistent, which affected accuracy and shootability. This made it difficult for shooters to achieve precise and consistent shots, leading to frustration and diminished performance. Number 1. Hi-Point C9 Pistol, $200. The Hi-Point C9 pistol is a semi-auto handgun produced by Hi-Point Firearms. While the C9 is often praised for its affordability and simplicity, it is also criticized for its design, ergonomics, and overall quality, which have led to its inclusion on lists of firearms considered less desirable. One of the primary criticisms of the Hi-Point C9 pistol is its design and aesthetics. The firearm has a bulky and boxy appearance, which many find unappealing. The grip design and overall shape of the pistol are often regarded as uncomfortable and awkward, making it less ergonomic compared to other handguns on the market. Another significant concern with the C9 pistol is its construction and material quality. The firearm is primarily cast of zinc alloy, resulting in a heavy and unbalanced pistol. The weight and balance can make it cumbersome to handle and may affect accuracy and maneuverability. The Hi-Point C9 pistol also faces reliability issues. While some users report satisfactory performance, others have experienced frequent malfunctions, such as failures to feed, extract, and eject cartridges. These reliability concerns can be frustrating and potentially compromise the firearm's functionality in critical situations. Additionally, the C9 pistol's trigger is often criticized for its heavy and gritty pull. The trigger may require significant force to engage, affecting accuracy and overall shooting experience. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.